Persevere. Time for our marker 7 first pitch at 5:01, and it is in there for strike one to Braylon Bloomquist. Top of the hour at 5 o'clock. The 0-2 swing and a miss, struck him out. Well, can't get off to a better start than that. He struck out Bloomquist. 2-2 swing and a miss, and he gets Gregory. The 3-1 ball 4 low. We walked it. Big U's pitch. This is laced out into center field, but played perfectly by Ishikawa. He'll make the catch, and the side is retired. Back end of a doubleheader. Warren Hartzell on the mound. This is cracked out into center. It's got a chance. A long run for Duncan. Trey Phelps off the wall to dead center. He'll pull into second with a stand-up double.
How about Trey? Just smoking it.
Payoff pitch. Just missed inside. Ball 4. Pardon me. 2-2 to Jackson. Strike 3 looking. Pulled him with a change. Here's the 0-1. Sliced out into left field. Falkenstein to his. Here's Cy Turner. Big U ground ball left side through for a base hit. With the lefty going the other way. It's a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. A good piece of hitting. Here's a pitch. Grab ball to second. This should be 2, 4, 6. Colby's turn in time. Woo! That man can play some shortstop. Here's a payoff. Missed outside. Ball 4. Callaway flips the bat towards the dugout. Here's a 2-2. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Slider there at 85. Righty on lefty. Big U. The pitch. Ground ball sharply hit. Callaway. Oh, he boots it. Play at first. Safe. That's Callaway's second error over at first base here today. At first with 2 outs. Big U's payoff. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Incredible. The 2-2. Ground ball hit sharply up the middle. Backhanded diving attempt by Warren off his glove into center. Base hit Ishikawa.
And they do carry over.
Yeah, they do. Here's a 1-2. Called strike 3. I think Trey thought that one was low as well, but it's a strike 3 looking. The 3-0. Ball 4 low. The Bulldogs bat. Bottom of the 3rd. No score. Dan line drive, but right to short. Speared by Bloomquist to retire the side.
Now the payoff pitch from Big U. That one bounces up there, and it's a leadoff walk.
You know, Wright State's thinking now's the time to capitalize.
Yep.
And for Warren, that's a second walk that he's drawn.
Here's the pitch. He did square to bunt. That came in and hit him. Dogs are in at the corners. He does square to bunt. Takes the pitch low. Ball 1. And now going to third anyway. And out of there. What a great play. Awesome throw by Jackson. Phelps gets back to the bag. And the Dogs get Warren at third.
Yeah, he's out.
Looks like he's out from here. Upheld.
Yes, sir.
Here's the 1-1. This one's lifted out to deep center field, and that ball is off the wall. Rounding third and holding right there is Fultz. So Peltier has a double, and you know down in the Wright State dugout, they're happy they got the extra base hit, but they're like, oh, we should be leading. Here's the 2-2. This one's hit down the right field line. That is a base hit. That'll get in for extra bases. It'll be a 2-run double for Turner. And Wright State has a 2-0 lead.
So a walk, a hit by pitch, and now back-to-back doubles. So Turner with a run scored and 2 RBIs this weekend.
2-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Runner goes from second. Pitch misses inside. Throw down. Called him safe. Woo. That was a good throw from Jackson.
Sure was.
3-2 pitch again. That one came inside and hit him. Well, the Dogs are now going through their worst inning of the weekend here. Here's the 0-1. They had the safety squeeze on up the first base line. It's fair. That'll score the run. Jackson able to throw out Butler at first. And good execution there by the Raiders. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out to retire the side. Here's the 1-2 again. This one's lifted out to center field, and that'll drop for a base hit. So Archimon has his first Georgia hit and a leadoff single here to start the fourth. 3-2 pitch. Here it is. This one's lifted out to right. A long run for Turner, and he can't make the play down the right field line. Archimon will pull into third. He had to hold to see if Turner could make the catch. And now the Dogs have runners at second and third here with nobody out. 1-0 the count to Callaway. This one's hit out into left field. That'll drop for a base hit. Coming in to score is Archimon. Rounding third and scoring is Lujo. Two-run single for Callaway. And that cuts the Wright State lead to 3-2. And Jeff, like you said, answering back.
That's how you answer right there. Archimon with a single, Lujo with an opposite field double, and that was a rocket off the bat of Callaway.
Got a couple of doubles this weekend. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with the breaking ball. First out of the inning. Now the 2-2 to Allen. The pitch. Swing and a miss. How about Lax coming in and getting back-to-back strikeouts? Lefty-lefty matchup. Here's the pitch. Just missed a little bit low. That was close. He struck out looking in the third. Now the pitch. This one's hit high out to left. Going back is Falkenstein, though. The park will hold this one as he makes the catch in front of the warning track to retire the side. The 2-2 on the way. Cold strike three. Fastball at 98. Here's the 2-2. This one's hit back up the middle and through for a base hit. 97 on that fastball. Here's the 0-1. Runner going. Pitch missed. No, pitch is in there for a strike. Throw goes out into center field, but Ishikawa's got it. So that'll be a stolen base for Gregory. And here's the pitch. Hit on the ground to second, and it goes under the glove of Lujo. Rounding third, throw home is in time. Ishikawa with a great throw as DJ puts the tag on Gregory. How about that?
That wasn't even close.
Wow. Now the pitch. This one's hit out into right field. That'll go to the wall. That's a base hit down the line. Warren rounding third. He will be held right there, but it's a double for Fultz.
Homers last season.
He is a bopper. That one gets past the catcher Jackson. Wild pitch will score a run here as Warren comes in. And now Wright State answers the 2 runs we scored in the bottom of the fourth, and they now lead 4-2.
That's great.
Here's the 1-1. This one's hit deep out into right center field. This ball's got a chance to get out of here, and it's gone. Peltier hits a 2-run homer. And it's now 6-2 Wright State.
Well, they answered the answer and then some. McCall and Rays. And again, if this were the SEC, Georgia would have played that differently. But that ball was belted. And that is 4 straight Raiders reaching on hits. 2 singles, a double, and a homer.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. So he strikes out Turner to end the inning. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with the change.
Oh.
Here's the 2-2. Did he go? Yes, he did. Gets Archimon with the curveball.
The 2-1. Hit deep out into left. This one's got a chance. This ball is out of here. Attaboy Henry Allen with his first Georgia homer.
And let's see if that gets the Dogs going here in the late innings. And a great start here to the Georgia 7. And Jeff, getting that leadoff man on has been a problem here in this game, but not that home run.
The 0-2. Ground ball up the middle with eyes. Diving stop by Warren. He can't get to his feet to make a throw. It's a base hit for Ishikawa, and that'll bring up Trey Phelps 3 straight times and has thrown out a runner at home in the finale. Grounded short. Going to be a double play. 6 4. Oh, a wide throw, safe, and Trey is running for second, and he is safe. We got a break there.
Yeah, we did.
Lax comes set. Here's the pitch. Slug right to short. Bloomquist bouncing ball to first in time, 6-3. It was about 5 pitches after the Ishikawa single. Here's a pitch to Duncan. Strike 3 swinging. I just thought it was the worst. A 2-2. There's a liner out in the left. That'll drop in for a base hit right in front of Allen.
I bet he feels like he just hit a grand slam.
There goes a runner. The 2-0 misses outside. Throw down to second. He is out of there. Branch covering. But that is the 4th base runner Wright State has lost here tonight. 3-2 to Colby. Liner out into center field, but right at Duncan, who makes the catch on one knee, and that's kind of been the story of this game. Right on right. Here's the payoff. Ball 4 upstairs. All right. From the letters, here's a pitch. Ball 4, and here comes Phelps as the tying run. A righty-righty matchup. The pitch to Phelps. Hit high out into left field. Going back is Falkenstein. He's at the track. He twists, and he makes the catch right at the 87 Omaha sign. And tagging it out at third. Oh, my gosh, we just tagged and out at third base. Newman, the pinch runner, and the game is over. I'm sure Georgia's going to challenge this. Right in front of the 87 Omaha sign. Newman had gone halfway. And the throw came from Bloomquist at short. And I don't think they're going to overturn this.
It's going to be tough to overturn.
Yes. All right, so that's the ball game, and Wright State wins it 6-3. So the doubleheader's a split, and Georgia takes 2 out of 3 in the series.